It's a hard question to answer, and the reason why I find it hard to answer is because I know so much about it. I always find it easier to answer questions about which I know very little. There was a lot of intelligence going on, and it was tremendously effective, and nothing like it has happened since. The reality is that when Malcolm X was assassinated, the man standing next to him at the very moment in his closest aide was working for me, not for Malcolm. The closest associate of Lincoln Rockwell of the American Nazi Party was working for the New York City Police Department. We infiltrated everything. We knew what was going on everywhere. We were vitiating the efforts of a lot of criminal conspiracies. And I believe and continue to believe that we were striking at criminal conspiracies and making lots of arrests. There was actually a plot to blow up the Statue of Liberty, and we interdicted it in the nick of time. There were 36 sticks of dynamite heading for the Statue of Liberty. So it's not a simple question to answer, but there was a lot of intelligence going on. It was very, very effective. And I cannot help but believe that it had an impact.
So in effect, there may have been excesses, and to some extent...
There's no doubt there were. There's no doubt. I tried very hard, and I think in the main successfully, to keep the operation legal. And we did observe the law, but there were lots of breaches of law. And in many respects, it's one of the great ironies of history that two New York City police officers that got tangled in Watergate had worked in the intelligence division of the New York City Police Department, Jack Caulfield and Tony Ulasewicz. Well, that's all these connections and interconnections weave in and out of our lives.
In that sense, it's a pretty unique moment in history. You have not seen it since in the police.
Oh, no. Everybody's out of the intelligence business now, even including the FBI and probably the CIA. Everybody, that is the most unfashionable thing you could possibly undertake, and the police follow fashion just like everybody else. The most unfashionable thing you can do is to be in police work, in intelligence work.
Why is that, though?
Because everybody hates and scorns it. It's been totally discredited, and there were so many abuses, and they were so highly publicized that in the end America decided we don't want intelligence operations, and we are not being attacked through terrorist acts in the way that Israel is, which would require the development of a police intelligence establishment. If we were, we would develop one. The fact that the challenge is not there, and that the response to the challenge is a very negative view of intelligence to begin with, has negated any effort in intelligence.
Do you feel that's a result of the 1960s, and is it good or bad?
Indisputably a result. I think it is bad because I think that police operations ought to be invested by intelligence. But but the absence of terrorism is a powerful argument to say that it is good. I think that operations have to be invested with intelligence. One thing that is lacking in the police world is an informed strategic view. And the reason why that is lacking is they don't do intelligence anymore. So they don't understand the difference between a subversive, militant, crazy operation of criminals and a perfectly legitimate political organization. And the fact that we were willing to infiltrate both worked against us now, arguing for infiltrating the criminals.